Welcome to On the Edge with April Mahoney Brains. Here, this is the spot where the conversation is pointed, the guests are sharp, and the responses are never dull. Welcome home, Brains. There's only one requirement to hang out on the edge, is that you open your big brain and close your small mind. Did you bring your thinking caps? It's time to put them on, because the conversation starts now. Get my full screen here. Brains, we going highbrow today. High fashion. We have a winner in the house. I mean, an internationally known fashion designer. Brains, she was at the Met Gala, Fashion Week, New York. Who does that? That's right, Dovile Riebschlager. We're going to talk to her. I'm going to go in on fashion, okay? She thinks she got it easy. We're not going to just talk about her incredible designs and her work. We're going to talk about the struggle. We're going to talk about the challenge, the competition, how they really make money doing this, you know, and all that. Plus, I just found out she's coming to San Diego. I'm so excited. Let's welcome her to the edge. Dovile Riebschlager. What is going on?
Preparations for a new Fashion Week season.
Wow.
New York Fashion Week, it's still the biggest event in US, but it is not as it used to be when it was Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. So now it's a little bit different format. There's no more the tents in the Bryant Park. There, you know, the shows are scattered. It's like if you look, you would see like gazillion of art fashion week, dogs fashion week, you know, you just name it. It's splintered into
it just disintegrated. Well, you know, COVID had a big impact on that, because now people's money is funny, you know, so they can't travel. That was a lot of it. And, you know, to do these shows, but to produce these high-end pieces. I have so many questions for you. I've made a list. Let's go back. Let's start at the beginning. Tell us a little bit about how fashion found you.
I think I was born with something, you know, fashion gene or something. Because the earliest memories I remember myself, the very, very early, I then checked out with my mom, so I was no older than like 18 months.
Wow.
So my first memory. And I was admiring the dotted pattern on my uncle's slipper.
Wow. And then where did it go from there?
And that didn't go from there. I just started admiring patterns like everywhere, like my fingers, the shadows make. Then, you know, as soon as I grabbed something into my hand, but you know, it's this, I have to say, this is not unique to me because all children are creative.
Every individual in a different genre maybe, but we all have creativity.
Yeah, I met people, they were like, oh, you're so creative. I'm not. I'm just like, stop right there. Just go back and find when your creativity was killed. So mine, I never let it happen. I am the only child, and I had a lot of time with myself.
I know. Did you talk to yourself and have an invisible friend? I did.
I think I did. I don't remember that, but I was always creating the stories. So you know, I had those sketch pads, and I could fill one pad in one day because, you know, if I saw that some shape is not, you know, the dress is not quite there, you know, so I would redraw and perfect.
So tell us where you grew up. Where were you born?
I was born in Kaunas, Lithuania. So it's a small country, but it's a big city in a small country. So I'm very in tune with say the city vibes. I love New York. I feel like home when I go there. I love Chicago a little bit less than it's slightly less energy in there, but you know.
Oh, well, honey, you're coming to San
There.
Diego. You about to be decompressed because it is mellow here. You're going to love it. It's so nice.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm torn. I want to have like, you know, the cottage in the middle of the forest. And also I need the city vibe. So, you know, go figure it.
Well, you know, again, you have to balance because in that downtime
Yeah.
is really when your creativity is sparked. You know, you have to reset. Let's talk a little bit about your design and what is the emphasis? Bring something close to the camera so I can see it. Is it a bubble? I'm not really sure of what that textiling is. That is your signature.
It's bubble.
So let me see the bubbles.
Yeah. See?
Okay, now let me try to feel it with my mind. Is that made out of a fabric? Is it made out of a mesh? Okay, I see some looks like a mesh.
No, it's made of the fabric, and it has to be very, very specific fabric.
Oh, really?
So I did quite of the experiments. When I get the idea, I just say I had to experiment. And see, I have education in chemical engineering of textile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I had to, when I got the idea what I want to do, and I knew, you know, so I had to research which fabric, because even when synthetic fabric, it's the whole group, but it's so different, you know, like polyester, nylon, and all that, you know, so it's only polyester. But then not all polyesters go. It's kind of, it's a little bit of science that creates the art.
Okay, exactly. So science and art meet each other. And that's what fashion and fashion shows are. I've been to many, baby, and they be over the top. But in actuality, when it comes to dollars and cents, the things that you create for the runway are not things that people are going to shop unless they have a private collection or real high end. How do people really make money in this industry if you're starting out? It's so competitive. It's like art or music. It's so subjective. You know, everybody's not going to be your client or your customer.
No.
A lot of times these fashion designers are dressing these celebrities to draw attraction to them, but they're being used and abused. What is going on, girl? Tell us.
Okay, so first of all, whoever wants to start a fashion business, don't expect, it's not a get rich quick. It's first of all, a lot of investment at the beginning. And only I have my business as a business because I returned to the fashion in 2016. And for a while, you know, I had clients here and there, you know, I was doing more, you know, bespoken pieces, which is okay, but I want to, you know, sell my fashion. And it took me like almost 2 years to get somebody to buy what I designed from the rack. Wow. So it wasn't easy. Now I know my client, and in that group of the clients, it's not very hard, you know, people asking for my pieces.
Okay. All right. All right.
But you have to, when you design, you don't design for everybody. Like first when I started, oh, clothes, yeah, Chicago, too much gray. Let's, you know, put the colors in the people, and like,
You say, pump your brakes.
Yeah, like stop over there, you know, what people want.
Right.
You cannot, you know, just decide, oh my God, it's so not fashionable, let's dress up that city. No, it's not going to happen because it goes with the culture, with everything. It's like,
absolutely.
I could put, you know, my clothes in every, actually they were last year in a display in Chicago downtown, and people were enjoying it, you know, thanking, you know, and going, wow. Oh my God, it's yours. Oh, I know. Love going by every day, you know. But, you know, I lifted their mood, but they're not my clients.
Right. But you never know, because sometimes you just see
Yeah,
one big fish, they'll tell somebody, they'll wear
I
it,
know.
they'll market you.
Yeah,
You,
yeah,
you never know where the blessing is going to come from. And this has really been a
absolutely.
blessing for you. But let's talk about body image.
Yeah,
Now, I keep it 100. I'm full figured, you're full figured,
yes,
but your models aren't that full figured. You got a lot
no.
of diversity that you request and different looks and all that. What is that like in the fashion world now? Because I'm telling you, them poor girls, I knew some ballerinas, some models, and some spokeswomen, and they don't eat. They don't, I mean, their body has to be so thin. Are they lightening up on that now?
Yes, it's still, especially when I look, what they are putting into European or Asian magazines is still, size 0 or -1. I don't know,
Right.
and that was bothering me a lot. And not because I am a full figure woman, but it's just, what is majority? How many, like when you go on the street, how actually many you will see like double zeros, and how many you will see size 12.
If you do, you judge them. You think they're a drug addict or something. You wouldn't think they were a supermodel.
Yeah, and then the models, it's like, it's never ending. It's never ending because the models, they get their share of critique because they are too thin. The plus size, they get, it's like, you never win. I'm like, just stop right now, because everyone is unique and everybody has their own. So my goal as a designer, make you look, not transform you, not make you go into whatever, camp or diet, and like, okay, when you're size 2, I will design something for you. It's like, it's not going to work like that, and it's not kind to somebody. And I grew up with a body
it's
image that's
unrealistic, though. It's unrealistic.
absolutely unrealistic.
And so what that does for you as a designer, it shows you as less than authentic, because you're making it as a work of art.
Yeah,
Diversification, but you got to show the product, and you got to show it to people in a streamlined way, because the bottom line is dollars and cents. You do want to make money. I mean, you're not doing this just for shit and giggles.
no, I want to make money. And like in New York Fashion Week, I had a problem. I made my clothes a little bit bigger because I wanted to have like tall and,
right. Maybe
like
some bust and some booty.
Yes, the woman who actually is a woman and has the curves and everything. And I get from the agency. It's hard because I had to do everything virtual. And virtual, when you look, the numbers, the girl, it seems like okay.
Right.
But then you see the person and it's like, oh my God.
Oh.
Thank God for safety pins, because I have to now redesign.
And you know what? It is what it is, but it was a learning opportunity. It was a great experience for you. So let's talk about sustainability. You have a chemical engineering degree in textiles.
Yeah.
I hear that clothing is one of the biggest pieces of trash outside the ocean. I have another interview with another guest of mine who's a fashion designer, but she repurposes clothes. I used to do that when I was a kid. I'd have a pair of jeans and I'd cut off the bottom and make it a purse or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're talking about renewable, sustainable fabrics. Now, you have very high-end pieces. I don't see anybody recycling that. They might resell it, but they're not going to recycle it.
No.
But let's talk about in those environments and the sweatshops, because that's still going on, honey.
Yeah.
It's still going on.
Yeah. So as a chemical engineering, and I worked for 3 years in a big factory producing fabric. It's a paper industry and textile. They use the most of water, and it's the most of water pollutant. those two.
Mm.
And say, okay, like recycling. I can't put like this one because it's synthetic. It's kind of, you know, in a family with a plastic. So, okay, I can just send it to remold, remake, you know. And the thing is, though, that process also produces pollution.
Right, because you got to break it down
So
again.
yeah, so recycling, you know, when I didn't look into that, recycling looked for me like, you know, panacea to every, you know, war we have about the pollution.
Right.
But then, you know, I'm like, one, they're not recycling everything what we gave for recycling. Second, it's also a dirty process, and like, so where it's exactly how to find.
Well, where's the
Like,
balance there? But it's
yeah,
not.
where's
But,
the balance?
well,
I don't even know how to make like total sustainable in the
well,
fashion.
you can't. I mean, you know, I'm a big fan of hemp and bamboo. I have some
Yeah,
bamboo sheets, baby. Oh, Lord, the longer you wash them, the better they get. But it's a lot to break down the bamboo to make it pliable, to make it into
yeah,
a fabric. Now, hemp, it costs about 20% less to grow hemp than it does cotton. And
yeah,
hemp is very luxurious as well. But you
yeah.
can't make everything out of that. Are they still
No.
making things out of leather and mink? You know, I mean, I know you're not, but are they doing that? Because you know, Peter was going off on those people. Are they still doing fur?
You know, yes, they do.
Mm,
And PETA, you know, PETA, I have issues with PETA with over there
mm,
because as long as people are going to eat meat, they're going to be a height. It's going to be over there. Unless all of us just go vegetarian, which I'm trying. It's really hard.
I know it's tough.
So, you know, and you are not hurting the process itself. Like the vegan leather, or, you know, that synthetic, it's synthetic. It's the same process as
Right.
plastic. It's dirty. It's dirtier than the natural hide. So,
And you know what? People get this is another thing that gets me. It's not like it used to be. And you've been hearing it in the news. All of these smash and goes. They're breaking into these high-end department stores. They're smashing. They're taking all of them. You're taking purses. You're taking wallets. You're taking stuff. It doesn't make, you know, it just doesn't make sense. And
no,
the knockoff market there in New York is crazy. I know when I came to New York, I went to get me something at where was I at? I think I went to the Louis Vuitton store, and they selling bootleg Louis Vuitton right outside the door. It's so disrespectful, girl. It was hilarious. I couldn't
yeah,
believe it.
yeah, like,
So it's hard to make a buck in this industry, but you have
yeah,
to have a person that is a collector of your wares. They
yeah,
understand your philosophy, your energy. So again, brains, know that this is not a get rich quick kind of thing.
no.
Where do you get inspiration from for your designs? Not just the fabric, but you know, the lengths, the skirts, the shirts. Where does that come from?
Oh, it's like when you turn that, you know, creative mind of yours, then it just hits. You have to just watch for that, you know. I'm like watching the movie, and there was like 0.5 seconds, you know, the shape of black X. And I got an idea, and I did a loungewear just based on that.
Wow.
Then my last collection, I looked at up close photos of you know, small creatures, the bugs, the you know, some sea life, and even, you know, the bacteria, and they were so fascinatingly beautiful. I'm like, I'm not fan of the moths,
Mm-hmm.
especially the big ones. It's the
Right.
one phobia from the childhood. But then when I looked, the quality of the pictures in the right to light, I'm just like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. I can't. I
Wow,
love brains.
that is crazy. Okay, so let me ask you some fun questions. If you weren't doing fashion and chemical engineering, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't doing painting, actually, before chemical engineering, all my family wanted me to be a doctor, and I was really good with biology, anatomy, all that.
Okay,
So,
all right.
so I might, but most likely I would be a sculptor or a painter, something with the art.
Right. You'd always have that art side. What
Yeah,
planet are
it's
you
always.
from?
What planet?
Yeah.
Kind of, I was thinking that I'm probably from the Saturn.
Saturn?
Yeah, I think.
I'm from Pluto. I'd be way out and shit.
Yeah.
Ooh. What brings you the greatest joy?
Oh, when I get an idea, when I clarify, and if the final product is as close as possible. Sometimes the final, it's nothing like those videos nailed it. So sometimes my idea and what came out of it,
Absolutely.
more comes to that nailed it category. But sometimes it gets like I really nailed it. Like it really looks as close as possible to my vision. That's a pure joy.
Yeah.
And then another one, when the client comes and buys my wear piece, puts it on, and they're just like light up. Oh my God. Yes, that's the moment of joy.
That's so important, because you've got to find joy in your work, and it has to be external. People will always, you can pat yourself on the back, and you have to do that. But when it comes from appreciation from outside, it just seems to be magnified.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were an animal, what animal would you be and why?
I am leaning towards the cat, but one of the big cats. I absolutely love cheetahs.
Do you?
I absolutely, those are my like favorite. I like lions, and especially the cloud ones, the small, but no, cheetah, it's something.
Yeah.
Because it's the perfect shape. When I look, it's not the pattern like everything in that animal is like, she's like a high fashion cat.
Absolutely. I'd be a bird, maybe an eagle or hawk. I like to,
yeah.
I got a
love
wingspan, and I just kind of want to fly over and just kind of take it easy, swoop down, get my prey, eat it, and get away.
Yeah.
Don't want to hang around too much. What would you tell a 25-year-old Dovile?
25. I would tell, girl, just buckle up, because you're going to go places, and don't pay attention what other people don't pay. Just listen to yourself. You are smarter. You are more intelligent. You are more creative. You're more beautiful than you think you are. And, go from there.
Wow.
Because the world is yours.
Absolutely. And you brought up something interesting. How do you handle criticism? Because, this is me. And I'm just speaking for me. Sometimes it's valuable. It just depends on how it comes. If people are screaming and hollering all in your face and cussing, I just tune you out. But if you come with something that I could possibly improve on, right now, everyone is so tender. They go from a damn flicker to a flame. They just, just pop off all the time. How do you stay calm and accept, your client may not like it. She may hate the whole line, because I was watching that Lifetime movie with Halston. Ooh, that is a brutal industry that you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cutthroat. But
Yeah.
how do you handle criticism?
Uh, Before actually the COVID, that period, that when everything stopped, led me to do a lot of work with myself. I did a lot of classes, coaching, and everything, looking internally, because before I would like shrivel and cry and downplay myself to the zero, and then I have to like rebuild, and it's just like, this is not healthy, and it's not, you know. So like you said, it depends how that criticism is delivered. If somebody just yells at me without no valuable input, just everything, I hate everything, I hate colors, I hate shape, I hate that, it's crap. I can't take anything from that.
Right.
So I tune that out, because it's going to be stress me without any reason.
Right.
But if somebody comes and, you know what, I really like, the red, but that yellow come up, or this, why does skirts are this length, it's bad length, go, lower on higher. Okay, fine. Look at those, I'm not perfect, I'm doing everything and I'm learning on the process. Like, okay, look, your pattern is wrong for the sleeve. Okay, fine.
Are you continuing your education? Are you continue to take classes in design, not only, and do you have like a great mentor?
I have a mentor in fashion. I have a mentor in my inner dealings, and I had a mentor in business, because I'm not well versed in business. I have chemical engineering and fine art education. I don't have anything with business, and this is business.
Well,
I'm
it's
here,
a different type of business. You know how to close different. A deal and sign your own check and how to say no. That's business.
Yeah.
You do. Well, I'm so proud of you, of all of your accomplishments. It looks like during COVID, you really were able to thrive. When you came back strong, you've done 2 or 3 shows. Again, you were at the Met Gala, you were at the Fashion Week in New York. You're bubbling all over, and I'm just so glad to have you here, Dovile. Tell my brains how to get in contact with you.
Brains, the best way to get in contact with me is send me an email or follow me on Instagram. It's 2. Actually, Instagram is the best way because it has all my info over there. So my handle is DoviArt Fashion.
Okay. DoviArt Fashion.
DoviArt.fashion. That's it.
Okay. All right.
So it's my label, so I try keep everything everywhere consistent, so it's easy to find me.
Absolutely, because consistency is what we have here on the edge, the place where the conversation is pointed in your face. The responses are never dull. We got winners over here in the fashion industry. Brains, go in, take a look, do a virtual shopping spree. Maybe you can ask her some great questions. Maybe your size, maybe your colors, maybe what's going on in the season, maybe what's good in accessories. Again, that's going to spark her creativity as well. I need you to like, love, share all of the interviews. Sign up. The algorithms is getting funky, and I need your support. I need you to help me bring great people like that juice ball right there, right here to San Diego. Thank you so much, Dovile. And we will talk, girl. I'm going to follow back up, Brains, and let you know, because she's coming to San Diego. She don't know. We're about to put it down for the underground.
Yeah.
Bye, Brains.
Bye.